Good morning. Can you tell? It is a beautiful morning. We have blue sky all around us. We're a little bit shaded in this valley. It was a relatively warm night last night. I felt sweaty most of the night, I would say. Both woken up feeling pretty grim though, because we didn't have a proper wash last night because of the lack of water. Today, well, I'll wait until a little bit later to tell you what we're up to today. Okay, rolling on to day 4, sunlight hitting the mountains behind us. What are we up to today, my angel?
So we are today hiking to a little campsite. We're going through a big town, which is Landry. And it looks good. We should be able to get some nice restaurant food for lunch.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be about 3.5 hours possibly into Landry this morning. But before that, we hit a small town where we're hoping we can get some coffee.
And Connor's promised me if we get more than 50 views that I can have a beach break.
I have not promised that. There has been no promise of beach breaks.
I think
Rebecca was a little grumpy this morning because we were a bit smelly because we didn't manage to wash. I'm looking very beardy as well. I should have shaved before I left.
Weirdy.
Right, let's get underway. I think it's going to be really, really hot today.
Remember, 50 views.
And I really, really need to wash myself. So I'm hoping we're going to find a stream when it's sunny. Quite a striking little view back of the valley we camped in last night. That was actually quite a very sheltered camp spot. I think I had my best night's sleep so far. I think I didn't wake up for any prolonged period of time at all, which was brilliant. Rebecca has eagle-eyed spotted a little marmot just there. It's checking us out. Sunshine! We love the sunshine! It makes us feel happy! Okay, we've just arrived at this crazy little bit of pasture with this mega view. Rebecca's de-insulating. It's time to get warm. Wow, so I think we're about an hour out of Verzan, which is the place where we're hoping to get a coffee. And the views have just opened up. It's stunning this morning. We're so fortunate with the weather so far. Okay, so we just stopped in Verzan for a little coffee. How you doing, my angel?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to my cappuccino.
Yeah, it does look good, your cappuccino. I had a good, tasty espresso. We've got like another hour and a half from here into the main town. We'll do a food stock. Should be fairly easy going. Okay, we're back underway after that little coffee stop. I stopped for a wee and Rebecca is disappearing in the trail in front of me. I think we've got one other little hamlet and then the big town, probably about 20 minutes and then an hour, respectively. And then I think Rebecca has talked me into getting proper lunch. But I've got to catch up with her because she's disappearing down the trail. Another quaint little town. Rebecca, though, you've turned into a trail runner. What happened?
I was trying to avoid the downhill, and my solution was just to run.
You absolutely flew down that. Right. We need to not lose the GR mark. Are you scared of the barking dog, Angel?
I'm always...
Okay, so we just left Bellenterre and got to the sort of big road, and there was a junction. 1 hour going to Laudry and another pointing up to Montechavin. It appears that the Montechavin is an old variant of the GR4. We were planning to go to Laundry, but after looking at our GPS, it looks like we're not going to make the shop opening times. So by going to Montechavin, it will open... Well, we're going to have to wait there till 3:30, but we'll have done more of the day at that point. So I think that's going to work out well.
Yeah.
The path was closed, and I think we just found out why. Did a great job going across that, my love. Right, let's push on. Okay, do you see that sign? 12:30. That's what time this place closed. What time did we arrive, baby?
Right. 1 minute before.
Like, I think we arrived past the time by like 30 seconds. I cannot believe we made that. There were tears. How was that, my love?
It was very difficult. It was a real push. We were going very quickly, especially on the ascent.
We also went through like a thing that said closed, and then there had been a landslide, and we had to like go across
really
this
scary.
janky bridge. And then it was all overgrown, and there were stinging nettles, and Rebecca got stung. But we made it.
On my burnt leg as well.
We bought loads of tasty food. And now we're going to find somewhere to chill in Montechavin. Get some power. Maybe even edit a video. That would be great. Okay, so we just had a fantastic meal at this little cafe. Unfortunately,
me. I'm half on the pudding and then he was jealous.
Oh yeah, Rebecca had my favourite pudding and I had rum barbar. To be honest, it was a great rum barbar.
Connor's very drunk now
yeah,
from all the
I'm
rum.
pretty barbar right now. But But yeah, no videos because we plugged the phones in inside and just sat outside and ate. But we've stopped for a good hour, feeling very relaxed. We checked Google Maps because there's 4G here, and it looks like the campsite that we're aiming for does exist, which is always really good. So I think it's just going to be a couple of hours.
We're gonna have a wash tonight.
Yeah, gonna have a wash. Don't really know how long it's going to take us to get there, but
Did we leave anything?
doesn't really matter. Straight back on the trail. I promised Rebecca contouring, but it seems that we're going up. What is going on? You sure you don't want to join me, baby? It's so good. We're picking our way through a little forest here, and we followed a track that said warning difficult, and it is really a little rabbit run. We are a tiny bit lost in the forest, but there was a sign that said Moulin, and Moulin is where we want to go, so how bad can it be? So I think that is the landslide that stopped us going along what was the original track, and hopefully up ahead we'll pick up what's left. But man, there's not a lot of track here. Okay, we just had an absolutely poo time coming down this bit. Luckily we've rejoined a proper track, but man, that was sketch. Holy moly! How was that, baby? Why didn't you tell everyone about what happened there?
So we followed this path, which said difficult path. At least that's what we understood it to mean. We'll Google it later. But to Moulin, which is where we're going, that path should be shut. It was exceptionally dangerous. At some point, there were no path markings, and
it was properly jank. It was rough. You did. That was full on, my love.
I thought it should be shut. I think
it's
problem. Oh, sorry. I think it should be shut. I think, if I didn't have Connor there, I was stuck there. I didn't know where I was going. There was no clear path. And it was just very scary when you're in the middle of a very steep
slidey,
forest.
wet, and then the path opens up onto like a cliff face essentially, and you're like following this tiny weeny track on the side of the cliff face. And I'm not kidding; it's like a 400-meter cliff. I don't get vertigo very much, but I was pooping myself. And oh, we're just coming in about 20 minutes to the campsite, hopefully. I'm just savouring this gigantic track that we're on, because I think I'm still coming down from the adrenaline of that jank route that we did. You wouldn't believe it or not.
There's no death cliff. We're not in the middle of a forest without hope.
It's actually really late. It's like 5 o'clock because it took us a long time to get through the difficult track. So I'm looking forward to a shower. Okay, we got into the campsite. We're all showered up, feeling so clean. How do you feel, my love? What is it like to feel clean?
I feel so clean. And we went to the restaurant in the campsite, and it was absolutely delicious. Yeah. And you know those cute little brown cows we saw earlier? We had milk from the cows, and it was very yummy.
Super tasty. Our tent is set up in a lovely sheltered spot here. The skies, if the phone will focus on them, are looking fairly clear. I think the forecast is for a nice-ish night. Got some neighbours, which is lovely. Tomorrow the forecast is looking pretty good, so fingers crossed. Yes. And I think we'll just try and take it as it comes. I'm not going to say have an easy day, because you never know.
Unfortunately, Connor had a cold shower, but I had a warm shower.
Good morning. We've just packed up tent, which was here, because the clouds are looking a little bit spooky, and we thought we would take our breakfast up into the nice shelter in the campsite and eat in relaxed calm. Oh, I'm pleased we're back to the Two Falls Walking Classics. Half a giant loaf of honey bread for breakfast. It's going to go down so easy and come out even easier. Okay, so here we go. This is my bread. See how much lower it is than Rebecca's bread? That is power. Why haven't you eaten your bread, Angel? You're really enjoying that honey bread?
The honey bread is actually very nice.
It's just quite difficult to eat.
Normally you would eat 1 or 2 slices of the honey bread and be like, wow, isn't that nice honey bread? You wouldn't eat half of the honey bread cake.
Okie dokie, setting off properly. It's day 5. What have we got coming up today, my angel?
So, we are entering the Vanois National Park today.
Very exciting.
And also exiting it,
Yes.
which is very exciting. And hopefully we'll see lots of cute little animals.
We've got an ascent for most of the morning to a col, then levelling off to a second col, and then after that we're going to break away from the trail to go to a little lake to camp just before, what is the name of the place we're hitting tomorrow? Val-Claret. So hopefully it should be a bit of a shorter day. The weather forecast is sunshine, so that should pop out relatively soon, I expect. And yeah, we've set off later. It's about 8:40.
Wow,
We're
what
just
a
gonna-
lion we've had.
Just gonna have a chill, calm day. Cool. Check out the valley that we are walking up into. Look at the little waterfall. I think this is going to be gorgeous. Well, this supersonic waterfall has really been developing as we come up this thing. I've been counting 8 seconds for the water to get from the top to the bottom, so it's pretty high. So we've clambered into this bit of valley and we've stopped for a little recharge. We think it's probably like, I don't know, another hour to the lake, which we're looking forward to being at, and then continuing on to the second col. But it's been hot and sweaty, but well, I think we've been making really good pace.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of an issue with my hip, but I put some eyebrow gel on it, so hopefully that will help sort things out. Following this lovely little stream, I think we are approaching the first col of the day, and hopefully drop down into this lake. Well, we are enjoying this nice speedy highway as we come into the top of the valley head. Absolutely gorgeous weather again. Nice cows want to come say hello. Happy campers. The lake has appeared, and the refuge on the lake that we decided to take a little detour to for a little spot of coffee and lunch, and maybe use the loo. Hello, hello. It feels like it's been a long time since the last video, but I guess for you it's been 0 seconds. So what happened, baby?
We became ill.
Yeah,
We
so
became sick.
the reason for our detour to the thing was because we were both feeling pretty bad. I don't know whether it was something in the water we drank this morning or the food we ate last night. I guess that's less likely. But yeah, we were both feeling pretty ill. So we stopped at the refuge, and we set up bivouac just next to it, which is great. But we got in pretty early. We got in at like 12 o'clock or something, 12:30. So we've basically just been like sitting on the grass for the last 5 hours, 6 hours, listening to story. Rebecca's got her little lightweight hairbrush. Found that specially. He weighed all the hairbrushes in boots. I was very impressed. So yeah, back on trail tomorrow, hopefully. Don't feel 100% at the moment, but hopefully I will do in the morning. But yeah, sometimes this happens, and I think we made the right call to not push
on.
ourselves in the sickness. So yeah, good stuff.